Hi and welcome back to another HONA tutorial, and in today's video we're going to go over TrueBuild application. So to start off the manicure, as we would with every manicure, we want to make sure that we are removing all those surface oils before even going in with any prep bits or files. Taking our lint-free wipe saturated with acetone and making sure to scrub under the free edge. Now in this tutorial I will be going over manual prep, however you can use an e-file if you are trying to do so. We're starting by pushing back that cuticle before then going back in and slightly lifting that proximal fold. By doing this, it just makes it far easier when you then go in with your knife to remove any non-living tissue that is riding on the nail plate. You can also use your loop tool for this part. Make sure that you are really thorough with your cuticle work, as this will prevent any lifting from that area. I'm then going to take my duster brush, just dust over the excess so I can clearly see the dead cuticle that will need removing. So then using my nippers, I can carefully and slowly take that away. Remember, you are only removing the non-living tissue. Once I'm happy with how my cuticle work is looking, I'm then going to go on to the etching of the nails. So taking my reusable file here, I'm going to be using the 150 grit to etch over the majority of the nail plate first. Using a 150 will give you enough texture to the nail, but you need to make sure that you are extremely light-handed so as not to cause unnecessary damage to the nail plate. I'm then going to get in the side walls and cuticle area with my etching tool. The size of it is absolutely perfect for getting those harder to reach areas. Then taking a new lint-free wipe soaked with 100% acetone, I'm again going to scrub over that natural nail plate, including under the free edge, before going in with any product. It's at this point then that I like to take one of my gel away microfiber brushes, again soaked in acetone, just to clean around the side walls and the cuticle area to again make sure that there is no dust or debris going to prevent my gel from adhering to the nail plate. You can also run this under the free edge. You'll even notice there is a little bit of dust that comes away with that. This nail is now prepped and ready for product application. So this isn't a necessary step, however you can apply HONA's bonding primer to the natural nail plate and cure for 30 seconds. Now you'll see here that I'm doing almost a scrubbing back and forth technique, and by doing this you're going to make sure that that product gets all in between those little edges that we've just created. As I mentioned, TrueBuild doesn't require a base coat, however just applying a base layer of our bond will definitely increase your adhesion. Once that is cured, we are going in with our paper layer of TrueBuild. We call it our paper layer as it is a paper thin layer of gel that is applied to the nail first and then cured. This will almost act as your base layer, providing the perfect foundation for your structure layer to sit on top. Apply in a thin and even coat, going all the way up to the side walls and around the cuticle area before curing for 60 seconds on full power or 99 at low heat mode. Then we're going to go in with our structure. Now, one thing that you will notice about TrueBuild is that we have formulated it to be one of our thickest builder gels that we have ever created. This has been done with intention, so for mainly ease of product use, especially when it comes to building your structure layer. So you can either choose to paint down your slip layer, which we have never recommended to do before because all of our gels move very, very quickly. However, because of the thicker consistency of this, you may wish to paint down a slip layer, which is basically a wet layer of gel over the top of your paper layer before then applying your bead or structure. If you feel confident enough without a slip layer, that is absolutely fine to do so. You'll notice again, I just like to flip my client's hand upside down to help bring that apex down to its center, and then take my liner brush to pull the product down the side walls and neaten up around the cuticle area. It is entirely up to you if you refine your builder after curing. However, if you don't wish to do so, you can go straight in with your top coat. Just remember, if you are going to refine, firstly wipe away the inhibition layer with some IPA, and then you can go in with your 100-180 grit buffer. You can also use a 180 or 240 grit file, however just remember that this is going to take more product away, so just use a light pressure. You can then use the IPA soaked lint-free wipe to remove any dust or debris before then going in with either your gel polish or your top coats. We hope you enjoy using TrueBuild. It has honestly been a pleasure to create something so different to all of our other builder gels, learning and taking the best parts of each one to create something that we feel is truly revolutionary. A hypoallergenic builder gel that is not only durable and hard wearing, but is also extremely easy to use with its slightly thicker viscosity and all without the need of a base coat. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again for another tutorial.